And hello again. Thank you for waiting. I mean, we're still waiting ourselves for the next match. I am still Matt Williamson, and here we have Vincent Anderson who will help with co-commentating as my glasses get fogged up. I'm gonna take these off. They just keep fogging up.
I feel that. I have glasses too when I wear occasionally.
Yeah,
It's annoying.
I still can't figure out how to get rid of the fog. But anyway, so welcome back. We are still waiting for the next game to start up. So if you were here about an hour ago, we saw a very dominating performance by the Pioneers as they took a 3-0'd Valpo University. So now it's going to be probably a more challenging match because they're going to be up against the Milwaukee School of Engineering, which I believe they have all Grand Champ level players.
Really?
So yeah, they're going to be pretty good. I'm gonna just double check the standings in our group stage. Uh, so right now, we are actually tied with them, 2 wins and 1 loss in the group stage in the NACE competition. So actually the only it's a one. Let's see here. How's the placements work here? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 5-way tie right now with 2 wins for us, Widener University, Muskingum, Shawnee State, Milwaukee School of Engineering. The only team that's ahead of us is Manchester, and we saw how well they played against us last week and a couple weeks before that too. So that shouldn't be too surprising. But if Marietta takes this one, then depending on how some of the other games go, we may be tied for 2nd place. So while we're waiting to get things set up, let me go and give the roster again. In case you don't remember who is on our Rocket League team, we have senior Grant Swan, Thaxter 21, our captain. We have sophomore Austin Offenberger, Ozio. And we have freshman Kyler Wheeler, Raylick Law. We just call him Raylick. I think he prefers that. I'm sure he'll correct me if I'm not right. But okay. So a few announcements. Once again, we mentioned this an hour ago, but we're going to do it again just for those who are new and watching us. Because of your support and your subscriptions to our Twitch channel, we have unlocked an emote slot, and we have a poll right now to decide which emotes we're going to be using. These are all been created courtesy of our communication and brand management department. They've done a fantastic job. So you can go to the link here, link2.run/p/HA2HZ6shootN. So you can choose whether you want Pyro Rage, Pyro Thump, Pyro Law, or Pyro S. And as of earlier, I believe Pyro Thump was in the lead. So if you want to change that, then you need to make sure you get your vote in by October 9th, this Friday, and then we will have the winning emotes available on Saturday. Now, if we get enough subs to unlock 2 emotes or 2 emote slots, then the top 2 will get selected. And right now, I think for 2nd place, it is a tie between Pyolaw and PyOS. So if we do get 2 emote slots, that could make things very interesting. And then and our other announcements before we get things started up is, as we mentioned the other day, we are the college is doing a campaign to try to sell virtual tickets for Don Drum Stadium for the Stay at Homecoming event, which will be on Saturday, October 17th. So this is kind of like our day of giving that we do every Valentine's Day, except we're doing this for 2 weeks. So what happens is you can give a gift to the campus, and you can designate one of the athletic teams. Every $5 counts as 1 virtual ticket, and when you designate one of the teams, they get half of your gift. So, for example, if you were to donate to Esports, and if you were designated to Esports, half of your donation would go to Esports, and the other half would go to athletics. And then the what's interesting is a competition where the team with the most ticket sales will receive an additional $1,000. Now, for us, that's going to be a challenge because most of these other teams have a huge following. They have a lot of alumni who have already given a lot. I believe men's rowing is winning the competition right now. So NACE is, I mean, not NACE, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of NACE because of the NACE competition, but Esports is going to be behind, but you could help turn that around. So keep in mind that this is an opportunity to help support both athletics and esports at the same time. So you can go to bit.ly/virtual sellout. We also have a little link that you could use if you have your phone. You can put that up on the screen, and that will give you the link as well. Okay, so I'm still waiting for game lobby information. Because it is about 9:15, I have not received the lobby info. So I'm going to double check the NACE Discord real quick to see if there's any issues that I'm unaware of. Let's see here. Because some people said they could start earlier if the opponents are done, but no one told me that we could start earlier, so that's okay. And nothing on the Discord. And matches. I'll double check my matches here. Okay, so it says it should have started, but where's our game? There it is. Go to game. Okay, but there's no one. No, that says back to tournament. Why does it say failed? Hello? Okay. This could be concerning. How are we supposed to create the lobby if it won't give us the code that we're supposed to create? We're working on this. Hang on. It's just more of those technical difficulties with the NACE competition. But let's try this. Go here. Here. Matches. Matches start. Go to game. Tournament. Settings. I want to go back. I want to. Usually there's supposed to be a code that it's supposed to create. Okay, yeah, we're still trying to wait for the code so we can get the lobby started. So once we have that, oh wait, now it says go to game. Oh, I think maybe play. Ah, there we go. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, so the thing that's interesting about this password, it's got the little asterisk thingies, but I don't. There we go. So that's the password. Okay, we got the code. And before I forget, I'm gonna get the audio up and running just so I don't forget. Apparently, I made a mistake earlier. I forgot to turn this on the first broadcast, so like for the first 3 minutes, they couldn't hear me at all. So that was quite entertaining. So that's gonna be up on YouTube later. All right, so there we go. We got the audio going, and match join. You know, having this music in the background, I just realized something. I'm gonna mute it for just a second because I don't want to get hit with any copyright infringement. I don't think Psyonix is that big on it, but never hurts to be careful. Can't be too careful. That's right. Can't copy and paste in here. I gotta manually type it in. Password. Oh, gee. They got O's and zeros in here. All right. So now I just gotta wait for Thaxter to create the lobby. So once we have that, and then we'll need Milwaukee to join, and then we'll have this game underway.
All right, sounds good.
He hasn't tried to create it yet. Oh, wait. Oh, just joining. Oh, okay. We are good. Now I'm gonna get the audio back up. There we go. And make sure overlays look okay. Okay. So yeah, the lobby's been created. Give them a thumbs up. Yes, good. Okay. So we're getting there. Now just waiting to see who's on what side. Let's see. It looks like all of Marietta's in. And I think all of Milwaukee is in. So now, once we see who's on what side, we will get this game underway. It looks like Marietta is going to take blue side and Milwaukee is going to take orange side.
And we'll get right into it.
And I got to get the audio going here because there. Now you should hear the game audio. Okay.
Sounds good.
I almost made another mistake. But here we go. Game 1, Marietta versus Milwaukee School of Engineering. And we're already seeing a very aggressive play by Milwaukee.
That was incredible. But we haven't got any thoughts off yet. There's no boost left for Milwaukee to get anything off.
I think it's Mu.
Mu?
Yeah, that's the Greek symbol. I think that's the Greek symbol U. Mu. So we're going to call him Mu. We're seeing Rayleigh trying to set play, but Mew's going to take it down and goes for the shot, but Thaxter does block it.
Oh no, I see it now. Yeah, on the bottom it doesn't show the Mew.
Yeah, it's on top of them. Yeah, let's see. Thaxter going to try to bring it over. Rayleigh's going to take a hit, but Kleppo is going to set up, and Mr. Mustache Man goes in for the goal.
That was really good. A lot of that was like, there was very like poor boost management by a lot of the players, and the ball just sort of hung around the goal for a long time, and he just, at any time, we'll tell that eventually the goal's going to come in. There's Mustache Man getting it straight back onto Marietta's side. Rayleigh has to protect against it, but he manages to, using to try and get it back, but he's being swarmed by Marietta, so he's going to fall back a little bit, get some more control. The ball's neutral in the air right now, can be taken by anyone. However, Marietta's going to fall back a little bit. Mew's going to start it up with the potential setup, but the ball's going to fall back over to Marietta's side, and caught right back over by Rayleigh. We're just going to see a lot of little skirmishes going back and forth. The ball is getting a little bit dangerously close to Marietta's side again. They're going to try and do a setup, and as they are successful with it. That's just a very good, get the ball over to Marietta's side, get it neutral in the air, and just wait for his teammates to tap it in, and that's exactly what they did. So, not a bad setup. Marietta just has to be a little more aggressive with their defense. We'll see that 2 goals are made currently by Milwaukee, and I was about to be a third. Marietta was luckily able to stop it. And we'll see that Marietta is going to be a little bit more confident with their pushes at this time. Using to try and get control of the ball one more time, make sure he get it right back over to the side. Pretty good boost management, good dribble, but it's going to hit right back by Rayleigh.
That's actually really good ball handling there by Mew, keeping it in the air for so long and making Marietta predict where he's going to go, and he just knocks in the other direction to stop their attempt.
Rayleigh just being good, just on the neutral defense, making sure the ball doesn't go too much not in their favor. Ozio does get control of it, and that might, just very, very close. That was incredible. Almost a goal for Marietta, but was not actually successful. Very good juke by one of Milwaukee. Marietta is trying their best, but now the ball's about to be hitting the goal. Luckily, they are saved by the environment. However, Marietta is going to try and stop the ball from getting into the goal as there's another shot being attempted. Marietta is going to try one more time to get that ball away from there. But Mew tries to make an extra shot, but Thaxter tries his best to just keep the ball away. There's so many cars just trying to get that ball in that goal. That was incredible. But there was no success for Milwaukee. Still has potential for Marietta to get this back. They just have to make sure that that ball does not get on their side. But everyone he passed up initially, and it was that and although that setup, that goal was the reason the goal happened, I believe when Rayleigh lost that initial cross up was kind of a bigger reason why the ball was able to get neutral at the goal, and then the goal was just almost inevitable at that point. Ozzy's gonna have to get control of this to make sure. There's a miss by Mew, so it still has a lot of potential, but again, the follow-up by Milwaukee is just incredible right now. They missed something, immediate follow-up to help them out. And then there's Rayleigh going for potential score, and Mew's going to block it. And we will see that Thatcher's going to get control of the ball again. But again, it seems that anytime they try and get onto any control of the ball, they get double teamed or something along those lines. And they're going to be another score by Kelpo. Very, very good. I feel like the way Marietta is performing is they're getting the basic setups right. They're getting some stuff done. But with Milwaukee, they're just making sure that wherever the ball is going to, they have 2 cars immediately on that person. And they just can't exactly just get control of it. Very difficult. And there's going to be a nice shot by Rayleigh and another miss by Milwaukee. But Mew's going to be there to stop it. But Thatcher's going to be there to help out and get a little bit past, and there's a beautiful goal right there. Very well done. Great setup by Marietta.
Yeah, it was a great setup by Thaxter. Ozio was there to clean it up. But Marietta is still down 1-4 with just a little over a minute left, so they're gonna have to step it up if they want to take game one.
And I will say that so many goals are happening so fast, and there's still a lot of potential for Marietta to bring it back. They just need to keep up with so much that they're doing right now. Because it's a lot of back and forth. It's not one of those like highly contested matches. Like there's a lot of goals happening. There's going to be almost a save by Thaxter or Rayleigh, I believe.
Right. He tried to save it, but the angle wasn't quite right, and it bounced right into the goal.
It was very close though, almost made it out. And we're going to see that Rayleigh almost saving the ball from getting it into the goal, but Thaxter does get another save right back onto the goal, making sure that the ball is staying in Marietta's favor. I believe that with Marietta, they're trying to make sure that they want to get these goals, but they're just being weighed down by all the aggression that Milwaukee's putting on them. Like they just can't get they're forget trying to get the ball to their side. They can't even get it out of their own goal. That's the one that they're having trouble with.
Yeah, what's even more difficult, is that whenever Milwaukee has the ball and Marietta is trying to stop their offense, Milwaukee has a way to just kind of prevent it. They're able to juke them, or they're able to pass it to someone else and keep control of the ball.
Yeah, it's like Marietta just gets swarmed sometimes by players. It's very difficult. Marietta has to be equally aggressive on them. Otherwise, they're just going to be overwhelmed by the players. And this most likely is going to be the end of the first map, and that's going to be a win for Milwaukee. Very well done. But again, Marietta has lost games at a severe disadvantage before and still come back, so it's not that big of an issue. Marietta just needs to know exactly how they're going to adapt and how effectively they can make sure that they'll actually do more for.
Yeah, and we see just by the end of game stats. I mean, Mr. Mustache Man was with 4 goals, 6 shots at the goal, and Kleppo and Mew had 6 shots themselves. So 12 shots at the goal by Milwaukee versus Marietta's 4. Yeah, we just see it, just how aggressive that Milwaukee's been playing.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by Milwaukee's performance. I mean, they are really good players, so it's great. Also, great learning for Marietta to see how they're performing and see how they can learn off of it and not only just improve, but just remember how effective their techniques were. There's going to be the initial touch, which is going to get right into Marietta's goal, but great. That was a great move by Thaxter getting it away from them. That was very well done, but then Cowboy's going to try and stop the ball from getting back, but then Mew's going to get a little bit of more control there, and Thaxter's going to be the only one able to save the ball temporarily, but he uses the rest of his boot to get a setup for Ozio, but it is not going to be enough. So Thaxter tries to get the ball away, but he puts it a little bit towards Ozio, and Ozio's right there, but he gets juked by Milwaukee and isn't able to stop the goal.
Yeah, and the big difference is just the ball handling by Milwaukee. That they're just I'm at a loss for words is how well they're able to handle it, and pretty much they can make the ball go wherever they want it to go.
Yeah, the ability to dribble like that is insane. And there's Thaxter getting a little better control over the ball this time. The ball's going to be neutral, straight up near the goal. Ozzy is trying to figure out a way to get the ball handled back to where it needs to be, but Marietta fell back and he was swarmed by opponents. And then now it's not going to be a Marietta's favor. Thaxter is going to try and figure out a way. There's an instant demo onto Rayleigh, and it's going to be the ball's going to be incredibly neutral in this area right now. Thaxter's going to be able to just barely save the ball out of the goal. That was a very, very tense situation.
I'm surprised it did not go in, actually. I mean, it was right there.
It has to be at least a pixel away. There we go. Thaxter with another goal. That was very good. No defense for Milwaukee. It was a goal.
So Marietta's only down by 1, so they can definitely come back in this game. But it's going to be a very hard fight.
I bet. There's the ball going neutral. However, it's going to be responded to by Marietta, trying to make sure the ball does not go exactly not in their favor. And we will see that Thaxter passes up Mew initially, and then Mustache Man's going to be coming back into aggression, but he's going to be passed up again by Thaxter, and Rayleigh also helping out against Mew. That's going to be a lot of potential for a setup. However, there is no follow-up from Ozio.
There was follow-up. I think he got bumped. Rayleigh was trying to set up, and it got bumped, which disrupted the setup.
That makes sense. And we'll see that again. The ball's on Marietta's side. Thaxter's going to have to figure out a way to keep this ball away from the goal, or just at least prevent a shot. And there's going to be, again, like when the setups there like that, like it's so difficult to stop the ball coming from that way because it's nearly impossible to predict the angle it's going to come from.
Yeah, you just look at that. I mean, just completely in that down left corner, and Thaxter tries to block it, but it's not the right angle.
It's really difficult once it gets there. Like it's almost like RNG. Like you have to make sure that the ball is just as far as near as possible. Rayleigh with a perfectly connected save. However, no matter how many good saves they can get, it's the goals that are going to really matter. So we have to make sure that Marietta is also getting as much pressure as possible to get away from the goal. Really good saves, but at the same time, probably you can only have so many. And there's going to be a great second save by I believe it's Ozio, and then Baxter is going to be trying to keep the ball in there. There it is. Right now it's in Marietta's favor on Milwaukee's side. I'm going to see if there's a way that Marietta can figure out how to just prevent setups by Milwaukee. You're going to see that again, there's Mustache Man. There's going to be an instant demo on the Mustache Man, so now going to be a little bit of disadvantage for Haku. However, they get the ball to be neutral again and on side, except there's going to be potential shots, and then a save by Mew. Very well done. Then Marietta gets the ball back in their control again. Rayleigh is there to help out with any extra need for a setup. There's going to be one potential setup break. However, it's going to be canceled out. Either a Mustache Man. You will see that Couple's going to try and go for another goal setup, bouncing off him. And there's going to be a second bounce, and there's going to be a third one, but no goal made. Still a minute 40, still winnable for either side. We need to see exactly how Marietta is going to set this up for the rest of it. There's going to be one initial juke on the Mew, I believe it was. Actually, there's a juke on the Mew. Going to be able to get past that, but then Mustache Man is getting another one. Very well done. That was just multiple, just juke after juke. Like it was incredibly difficult to actually make sure that the ball is just not getting out of Marietta's side. It's just over and over and over again. Like Marietta just kept being able to just, or Milwaukee was just still able to just keep the ball on that side no matter how much they tried. And we'll see that.
You know, I just realized something. For some reason, like the overlay buttons are not working and they can't be shown. So I don't think game 2's been shown at all. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe we didn't hit the button. I don't think we hit the button. So I apologize to everyone about not seeing the game here.
Yeah, that was like a little bit of a radio broadcast there for a second. But now we
come to you live at the Rocket League match here. Right, we get the save there. I gotta do this for a second here because of this. Clappo goes for the save. 50 seconds remains in the game. Dexter goes in and gets the goal.
I believe that's what everyone was experiencing for a little while, but that was, at least we were live for that goal by Thaxter. Very well done. Now Marietta is only going to be down by 2. Still very winnable. 50 seconds, 2 goals in 50 seconds is doable, but difficult. We'll see exactly how they can play. When we get initial touch, slightly in Marietta's favor. However, I'm not going to be surprised if you keep going. Mustache Man, as you can see, it is. Thaxter's going to make sure he can get to prevent any sort of setups, as he is playing as hard goalie for a little bit, but then he's going to be juked out by Mew immediately, and there's another setup. That juke by Mew was super powerful right there. That was very well done.
Yeah, it's like every time that Marietta makes a goal, Milwaukee's right back there saying, no, you're not going to close this gap. We're going to keep this gap to 3 goals with 30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it's really close. Like when that stuff happens, like there's another score. Like it's just the ball's just getting past like any sort of save that they're trying to make, because when the ball's that close to the goal, it is so difficult to prevent something like that. It's like as if you just have to keep it. You have to do everything you can, even if you give something up, to just keep the ball away from the setup. And that's just one of the difficult things about it. There's Mustache Man getting another setup off there's going to be Ozio with another save. However, even with the aggression area it has, they still have to somehow make 4 goals within 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It's going to be really difficult for them to get something like that off.
It's just like you were saying earlier. They're making really good saves, but they're not able to make shots themselves. And that's just the type of aggression that Milwaukee's been able to do here.
Yeah, because like they see like, oh yeah, Marietta, they can do a lot of saves, but you know, some of those shots they have to go in at some point.
Yeah, if you take a look here, 11 shots at the goal by Milwaukee versus 5 for Marietta. I know we've talking about the shots at the goal, but that's really the big factor in the matchup here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I can say is that like as long as they keep taking shots, like it's they're eventually going to go in. It's just how it's going to work. And I get that, like, there can be a lot of really good saves, but the save is to not only prevent the goal, but also you have to, now that you have a little bit more control of the ball that's not in their favor, you have to take advantage of that, get the setup. Now it's your turn to go for a shot.
Just pushed the button early to make sure we didn't miss it. So now you see all of game 3. We apologize for the, apparently forgot to press the button in the game 2, but at least you got to see the ending of it. But this is a very important game for the Pioneers. They have to take this game if they want to keep the series alive. Otherwise, Milwaukee will win 3-0. And we're already seeing a very early shot and goal by Mr. Mustache Man.
That was very well done, yeah. I definitely say that, again, they had to set up the ball was laid down low. Mustache Man was able to get it off. Really well done. I'm impressed. See that. Again, the ball's not going to be in Marietta's favor. We all know what happens here. If the ball stays here for too long, there's going to be a setup. There's going to be a shot on right back onto... The ball's going to be in the neutral territory right now, but then right back here. Every time I say the ball's in neutral territory, it's going to be just bounced right back, which is one of the things that, like, Marietta has to make sure that they're keeping it past at least some of the Milwaukee team. Just figuring out a way they're going to be able to just keep the ball, like...
Great save there by Raylick. Baxter's going to try to bring it over. And a great shot to the goal. And Ozio gets Marietta on the board.
That was very well done. That was a nice pass, as you can see. Like, that was so well done. If Baxter gets it, Ozio sees it, goes for it, gets it past 2. Great goal. Very, very well done.
And we do see a couple of Twitch Prime subs by M Space and King B. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime subscriptions. Your support is greatly appreciated.
We'll see that for this, now that Marietta are tied up, we just need to make sure that any setups that are going to be happening are countered. There's going to be Ozio getting past all 3 of Milwaukee temporarily, and then Rayleigh is going to go with a potential setup. Then it's going to be Baxter getting it past 2 of Milwaukee's teammates. Milwaukee scrambling a little bit, just trying to get the ball away from their goal, which they look like they'll be successful in. Yu's going to try and get the ball past Rayleigh. There's going to be a save, luckily, by Baxter. I was looking a little bit scary for Marietta. Kelto's going to try and get something off, but again, the ball is juked past both of Milwaukee's members. There's going to be a save from Yu. He's going to try and just get the ball back on the Marietta's side, but Marietta does respond with a little bit of a save, just getting the ball away from the goal. Rayleigh's going to get the ball straight back to Milwaukee's side. Are they going to be able to stop this? They are. And that is going to be straight back on Yu's side. Yu's going to go for a setup, but multiple attempts on Marietta, and one shot is going to be saved. There's going to be another one. Another tap by Baxter, preventing Milwaukee from trying to get anything off. There's a lot of action going on by Milwaukee because they know, like, okay, we beat because we got to get this off. Let's go. Let's get this goal off, and they're not able to do it. Marietta is trying their best to make sure that the ball is safe because because Marietta can save. The thing is, Marietta has actually gotten a goal now, and they need to make, and it's going to look a little bit scary for Milwaukee. But it might not be anymore, as Ozio is going to be taking out a little bit initially, but we're going to see the ball is now back on Marietta's side, not exactly in their favor, and now Mustache Man's going to scramble to try and get the ball back for another setup. And Baxter and Ozzy are going to be ready to stop that, and Baxter is getting the ball past Mr. Mustache Man and straight back to Milwaukee's side.
What's making it challenging is just going back to their ball handling. They're making Marietta miss. They tried to take the ball away from Milwaukee. But a great score there by Raylick.
Very well done. I almost saw that one like play out in my head. I'm like, oh, I don't know if it's gonna go like this, and it actually did. Like, that was so well done. Raylick saw that angle, went straight forward. Very well done. Marietta is now up 2-1.
I was just talking about how Milwaukee was keeping the ball away from Marietta, but Raylick was able to take the ball from him and score. Now let's see if they can keep up the lead with less than 2 minutes left in this game.
There's going to be one instant demolition by Marietta, so now it's going to be a little bit of disadvantage for Milwaukee temporarily, but the ball is still in Marietta's side and not in their favor, but the ball's going to be getting past Mew a little bit, using it to try and bounce the ball back, but it's going to again be hit by Baxter, I believe, and then Ollie's going to try and save the ball, but Raylick is there to make sure that there is no shot made. Raylick with a potential setup, there's Ozzy with another setup, but then saved by Mew. Again, great setup in Marietta, very aggressive one and quick one, but it was saved by Mew in the end. The ball is still on Milwaukee's side, so we'll see exactly how this is going to play out. Raylick was going to try and get the ball saved right there. It's going to be a little bit of a failure, but we're seeing that Ozzy's there to back it up, at least to get the ball controlled from Marietta's side.
I think we're starting to see Marietta getting a little bit more comfortable with playing against Milwaukee. They might have been, I don't know if they were intimidating the first 2 games, but we're definitely seeing them playing a bit more aggressive and trying to control more and taking more shots at the goal. So there's less than a minute left. So if Marietta can at least hold this, then they will take the game and we'll get to a game 4.
Yeah, that is true. Like Marietta, what Marietta tends to happen is that when they initially play against a team, they might be at a disadvantage because they're still trying to figure out the play style. But as the games go on, Marietta's going to realize the common things that they do and the common issues that Milwaukee has. But now Milwaukee's really going to start trying with 30 seconds remaining, and all you need to get is 1 goal, and they will be tying the game up again.
That's a huge save there by Raylick.
That was very well done, but there's going to be another shot by Mustache Man. They are not playing around at this point. And then Kempo does miss the pass from Mustache Man, and Ozzy's going to try and just keep a little bit of extra aggression. For just 10 seconds more is all they need to keep this from going into Milwaukee's favor, and the ball is going to be on Milwaukee's side. And we'll see that Thatcher is almost going to get another goal off, but it does not actually happen. And now you will see Milwaukee scramble to get that ball. And it looks like Marietta's going to let that touch the ground for a nice, easy win to 1 Marietta's favor. The score now being 2-1, still in Milwaukee's favor, but Marietta does secure an extra point.
All right, so we are not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. So the Pioneers are down, but they are not out, so they're able to take a game away. So they'll probably be getting things set up in the lobby for game 4. Remember, this is a best of 5, or technically a first of 3. So we will see how this goes. They're getting things set up.
I will say, yeah, like with Marietta, when they were up, they were like, well, we don't need to go for anything else, just play time. Just let the time run out, get the win off. That's what I had to do. There's the initial aggression from Mr. Mustache Man as usual. Rayleigh's going to try and dribble the ball past Kelbo, but is unsuccessful. But Ozio, as well as Thaxter, are there to save the ball. We're going to see another setup, potentially from Marietta, but Yu is going to get it past the initial push, and we're going to see that Thaxter's going to fall back immediately to make sure that the goal is going to be saved. There's going to be a little bit of a juke, but Yu is not able to get the ball exactly on Marietta's side, so it's going to be a neutral tap again, and then we will see that, the ball's back on Marietta's side, and we're going to see that Audrey's going to try and get something out. And then that was another big scramble. There were multiple saves that were trying to going on. I don't think that a lot of them thought the ball would come back as fast as that, and it did.
Yeah, Mew was just at the right place at the right time. I think that was a little bit of luck, but the luck is in favor of Milwaukee in that one.
There's going to be a neutral tap for the initial one, and then Ozzy's going to get a really good, nice start for the aggression. Then Mew's going to have to try and get that aggression back again and stay on Marietta's side. And there's going to be a save from Rayleigh. Cover the ball is in neutral, which is not a good idea. That's going to be a really scary for Marietta. Yeah. Although the ball was stopped, it was tapped neutral in the air, and whenever it's neutral in the air in front of the goal, it's really scary. Especially
when it's very slow like that. That just means they can definitely line it up and go for the throat, and that's exactly what Milwaukee did there. So now they're up 2-0, 4 minutes left in this game. Marietta has to secure this game to go to game 5, otherwise Milwaukee will take it.
That's, again, like, really, like, I'll say it again, like, when the ball's neutral like that, it's really going to be scary for Marietta. However, Marietta does have time to get this away. They just need to make sure there's a lot of velocity to the ball and make sure it's not going to happen. Great save by, I forget which member of Marietta that was.
I think it was Raylick.
Yeah, that was very well done. This could be another goal. Very, very close save by Kelpo. That was so well done. And there's going to be another save by Mew. That was such a close save, by the way. That was incredible. You're going to see Raylick getting a little bit of a juke. However, there's going to be 2 players going for Raylick, which is going to be another potential goal for Milwaukee. However, there's going to be a few saves done. However, that was a...
Technically, Mew blocked that goal.
Yeah, that was very close. Like, that was going to be a setup, and Mew accidentally blocked it. And there's going to be another potential shot back onto Milwaukee's side. There it is. And then only said Kelly's going to respond back, but actually he's going to get juked out. And Mew's going to have to try and get control of that ball once again. Marietta still is going to be disadvantaged, so if Marietta can just keep the ball on their side, again, all they have to do is play defensively. Baxter is going to be taking out the demolition. And then Mew is going to come with an extra little juke and get an extra goal in. It's going to be up 0-3 for the Raiders. For Milwaukee, I should say. And we will see exactly how this is going to go for the rest of the game. Yeah, that's almost a little bit of a goal right there. It almost looked like Mew was AFK for a second. And we will see that Faction's going to try and get a little bit of a setup off. As you can see, there's going to be a little bit of really good boost management by Mew. Being able to get the juke by Faster. Another tap by Mr. Mustache Man. That's another great setup they could potentially do, which is going to be slightly miscalculated angle-wise by Kelpo. However, it's going to still be on Marietta's side and not in their favor, but Rayleigh is going to juke out initially Mr. Mustache Man. And we're going to see Thaxter getting another little bit of aggression onto Milwaukee's side. Mr. Mustache Man immediately responds with that. And there's going to be, again, another goal by Kelpo. Very, very well done.
Yeah, another well executed play. Thank you, Gulchan, for the Twitch Prime sub. It is much appreciated.
And I will say, yeah, like I'm really excited to see like how Marietta can perform from this moment out, because they have been able to be successful and get a game off on them. Granted, they did have to play time. At the same time, like it's going to be like pretty difficult to ensure that they get these goals, but Ozzy is going to be juking a little bit for a little while. We'll see there's going to be a second juke, third, and another tap right into the goal. Very good jukes by Marietta. That's going to be 1 goal on Marietta's side. 3 goals in a minute and a half is still potentially can be done. They just have to make sure that absolutely nothing is gotten off by the Raiders.
He was very patient there, and his patience was rewarded. But Marietta still has to make up 3 goals if they want to stay in this game. Great shot there by Thaxter, but it was blocked by Mew, and they're going to try to go for another shot. And Thaxter goes in very quickly, so 2 goals within about 10 seconds of each other.
That's very well done. Now this is seeming to be much, much more doable by Marietta. They just have to make sure that they are going to be successful with this, that they're going to be able to set this up effectively. You see Thaxter going for another shot. Elbow trying desperately to make sure that the ball is not going to be on their side, but Rayleigh is going to get another shot back in. And I was just trying to stall for time at this point, just trying to make sure that they can't get any more goals off, because Marietta knows that they can't get it off. That is crazy. I didn't see what happened.
He got Kleppo. Rayleigh was going to block it, but Kleppo came in to actually demo him to prevent him from blocking.
That was very well. That's very well calculated. Yeah. That was very well done. Yeah, that's crazy. That was insane, I will say.
Yeah, and that might seal the series for Milwaukee with that block or with that demo.
That was super well done, I will say. There's going to be another shot, another bounce off of it. And there's going to be another score by Milwaukee. Very, very well done. The setup is just cookie cutter strap. Go for it, set it up, bounce it off the rim, straight in. So again, very well done by Milwaukee. Let's see what this next one holds for us. And Couple's going to put it straight on the Marietta's disadvantage. We're going to see that's within, we have 30 seconds for Marietta to either achieve 4 goals, or they're going to have to pack it up and go home. So we'll see how this is going to perform to them. It looks like Mr. Mustache Man, and as well as just the entirety of Milwaukee, is trying to get a goal off and stall for time as well. Thatcher's going to be taken out by an instant demo. You see that. Again, they're just trying to keep it on Marietta's side. They're not even concerned about goals. They're just trying to make sure that it's not on Milwaukee's side. Still performing very well. Marietta is, they need to get more setups in. They're going to be overtime as well finished, and that's going to be the 3rd game, with the winner being 3-1 for both the game and for the whole match. 3-1 at the same time for Milwaukee.
That will be the match. I mean, Milwaukee takes it, but you got to consider Milwaukee is a very good program. We knew that going into this. I believe they're all grand champ, if I remember correctly. So the fact that we did take a game against an all grand champ team does say something about our Rocket League team. So you got to give them a hand for fighting, and they kept at it. And unfortunately, in this case, it just goes into Milwaukee's favor.
Yeah, I'm really happy they weren't 3-0'd. That's really great that Marietta was able to get a game off on them. And I'm really just glad that they were able to perform and they were able to learn a lot from this. Like, again, that strategy of getting the demolition onto Thaxter was just so well done. And I think like learning from stuff like that is going to be really, really effective. But other than that, that should be both our matches for tonight. That was still really, really enjoyable. And I'll say that, like, great job, both teams. I'm really impressed. And
yeah, so just a couple programming notes. So that's pretty much gonna be it for us tonight, but don't forget about the Twitch emote poll. So if you don't have the link, well, I'll just go and put the link up one more time because there it is. So you can vote for your poll there, which emote you want to see on our Twitch channel. So link2.run/p/ha2hz6un. It's also available on our social media pages, so you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram at Marietta Esports. We also have TikTok. I'm starting to put a couple of our awesome plays from last week on there, so you can check out Marietta Esports on TikTok as well. Hopefully, we'll put some more awesome plays on there over time. Also on Thursday, our Overwatch team will be playing again. This time they will be playing against Bryant and Stratton College. They're coming off of a very dominating 3-0 win against Lakeland University yesterday. So we'll see how they perform on Thursday. And then Friday, we have our Rainbow Six team going up against Florida Polytechnic University at 8:30. So be sure to come back to check that out. We're still trying to figure out our other Rainbow Six team when they're playing, so we'll try to get that announcement up as soon as we can. And then on Saturday, we have all GLC matches come for you. So 11 o'clock, we will have our Rocket League team again playing against Bethel University. At noon, our Overwatch team will be playing against Tiffin. And then at 1 o'clock, our League of Legends team will be going up against Defiance College.
Yep, it should be really enjoyable, and I'm excited for our Rainbow Six match this Friday. Not just because I'll be playing in it, but because I feel like it's going to be not so much of a one-sided matchup. We've been playing a lot of one-sided matchups recently, whether they're in our favor or not. So this should be a really good back and forth, kind of enjoyable game for you guys to see. So definitely tune in on Friday at 8:30 if you want to see that Rainbow Six match.
Yep, and one more announcement. Don't forget about our virtual stadium sellout. So you can go to bit.ly/virtual sellout to make a donation, because remember, this is to not only help esports, but it is also help our athletics department as well. I think we said the other day, I mean, with everything going on with COVID-19, we're fortunate that we're able to continue competing in esports this semester, but unfortunately, all the other athletic teams have to wait until the spring, and we're crossing our fingers and hoping that we'll be able to see all those events in the spring semester. So this is a way to kind of help with those programs when they can't really compete, be able to bring in people to cheer them on. So be sure to make a gift. And if you would like to designate half of your gift to esports, that would be awesome. If you want to designate it to another team, I won't be disappointed, I promise. But it'd be nice if you're able to support the esports program. But the whole point is we're trying to help the athletics department. So hopefully you'll be able to make a contribution. No gift is too big or too small. So that's going to be it for all of us here. So thank you again for watching, and hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.